All right, guys, we're back, and today we're taking a look at the baby boom generation, exactly what happened and how it affects the country. We're going to keep this short but sweet, and we're going to go ahead and jump right in. What we're going to see is that since the 1920s, family size has been relatively small and really on the decline, and there's a number of reasons for that, mostly economic. Between the Great Depression and the start of World War II, families were either separated or economically unable to support larger families. And so many people were waiting to get married, waiting to start families, waiting for better economic times to come. We often see family sizes rise when times are good. We feel more secure, we feel more comfortable starting families that way. And so that's what we're going to see during this time as well. Now, after World War II, prosperity returns. We had gone through about 15, 16 years worth of instability. And now, after all that time, prosperity has returned. Our economy is roaring back. In fact, it may be the best economy that the world has ever seen. And so, with that prosperity, you're also going to see that 16.5 million men are going to return home from war. And they are going to waste no time getting busy starting businesses, getting busy getting their education, and getting busy in every other sense of the word. They're going to get down to the business of starting families. And so, with 16.5 million men coming home from war, good economic times, making people feel secure and comfortable, what we're going to see is a whole lot of babies. There's a baby eruption from 1846 to 1863. There are so many babies born that we give it a name. This is the baby boom generation. And so all of the people born between those years we refer to as baby boomers, or today often called boomers. It's the largest generation that the U.S. had ever seen. An enormous amount of population growth, natural population growth. And it was really kind of an overwhelming thing. In fact, we can see here in the hospitals, they're really just crammed in there, all these babies in hospital nurseries, because so many people were having babies at such a rapid clip. What that means is that we're going to see over 75 million babies are born. That is a tremendous increase. That's a child born every 10 seconds. It's actually at the height of the baby boom, even more than that. And again, it's fascinating to see some of these pictures of people trying to care for a generation of children being born that we really weren't prepared for, we weren't equipped for in so many different ways. And that leads us into the real importance of the baby boom. They are probably one of the more important generations that we've ever seen because of the impact that they had, not because of what they went on to do and any changes that were made, although what they do has an impact, if for nothing else than the sheer size of their generation. It has an immediate impact on women. We're going to see that because so many people were having children, you started to see women leaving the job force in record numbers and being stay-at-home moms. They needed to care for all these children. Housing, people needed more room. And so the suburbs began to grow where they had more elbow room, where they had more of a yard to play in. Education, schools, just like hospitals, right, were not equipped for such a large explosion of population. And so what we're going to see is that within a few years of the start of the baby boom, there's a construction boom for housing, a construction boom for schools. Many of our schools were built in the kind of 1950s to accommodate these children as they move throughout life. The school that I'm in right now was born in the early 50s, about 10 years after the start of the baby boom, as they prepared to welcome that generation into the high school. And so whether it's hospitals that are creating new birthing centers and having to expand, whether it's schools and homes that are being built, eventually we see that right now there's a high need for retirement communities and nursing homes and things of that nature. So it kind of creates this bubble of construction and a bubble of different jobs that are necessary as they move throughout life. It certainly has an impact on resources and the economy. This generation, through no fault or credit of their own, they affect everything that goes on just simply by their sheer size. And so that really is the importance of the baby boom generation. Is all of a sudden now we're going to have this massive bubble of population that moves throughout our culture, right? We're going to see that this is the generation that kind of starts to see the rise of rock and roll and starts to rebel a little bit. We'll see more about that later on. But anyway, there's a lot of good. There's some not so good that's involved with the baby boom generation, and a lot of it has to do with how you view it. But anyway, now you have a little bit better understanding of what it was, what caused it, and the impact that it had. Guys, I appreciate you watching. Make sure you subscribe for more content. Like the video or leave me any comments. I'd love to hear from you if there's something you think I missed. But until the next time, thanks for watching.